In Skyrim, Maven and the Black-Briar family keep a firm thumb on the Rift and its citizens. When you wander Riften, their influence is ever so present, while also having strong connections to other organizations, such as the Dark Brotherhood. The Meadery employees even consider the Black-Briar methods as corrupt. Many would dare not approach Maven the wrong way, out of fear of the harsh consequences. But a lot of us gamers would simply love to soul-trap Maven and put an end to her wicked schemes. But alas, she's marked as essential in-game. But even so, there are various ways to truly cripple her business ventures and the Black-Briar dominance within Skyrim. So in this video, I'll be showing you the many ways of taking down the Black-Briar family and the appropriate quests to take to truly render the family's power. And what better way to start off by going right to the city of Riften and striking the source. You see, there's a Meadery worker named Romlin Dreth. This guy has been planning his own schemes against the family as well. You see, Romlin is secretly stealing Meadery from the Black-Briars. Quite the worthy deed in our eyes. He will ask you to deliver Black-Briar mead bottles to an innkeeper in the hold at a lower discounted price. Alternatively, you can turn Romlin into the authorities. But why in the name of Talos would you do that? Upon completing the objective, you can now take every bottle from the Meadery without it being considered as stolen. A perfect way to drain their supply. And Romlin continues his schemes of selling discounted mead. While doing all of this, behind Maven's back. Now we're putting things into motion, but it's time to take it to the next level. Now we're going to get our hands dirty. Loot the entire Black-Briar manor while you're at it. Just be sneaky about it, of course. And Maven's pockets. And her remaining son's pockets, and Maul's too, and the steward. Be as petty as you can to take down to Black-Briars and the people they're close with. Furthermore, the Thieves Guild also offers another way to hinder Maven's plans. If you so choose to join, you will soon be granted with a job to burn the beehives at Golden Glow Estate. Make sure to burn every single one of those bad boys, as Maven wants the honey. There are some unique items you can pick up here as well that the Thieves Guild might appreciate. You see, the guild helps in keeping the honey flowing to the Black-Briar Meadery. Once you're inside the estate, you'll find out that Maven has mercenaries stationed there. You can play the sneaky role and take each one of them out, or charge right in if you're feeling up to it. The guild may not be happy that you burned all the beehives, but who cares? Maven will be even more furious, which is even better for us. We're getting under her skin. We'll just let the Thieves Guild take the blame for it while we continue on with our own lucrative schemes. Then after that, you could just leave the Thieves Guild if you wanted. You did what you came to do, which was to throw a wrench in Maven's plans. So you may cut your ties or continue to help them and make them stronger and more independent so that they no longer need to rely on the Black-Briars for work. Or you can use this as an opportunity to build up your pickpocket and sneaking skills and use them to steal from every Black-Briar you see in Riften. Moving on, let's take a visit to the Bee and Barb in Riften for a quick drink. There, you'll find a man named Lewis who needs help in stealing a horse from Maven's son, Sibby. Many players might be familiar with this quest already, but it provides a great opportunity to take down a bunch of Black-Briar mercenaries. Make sure you get every last one of them. We must do everything we can to weaken Maven's forces. And if you choose to go the Dragonborn route, there's even more opportunities to tarnish Maven and her family's power. Forward with the main quest, up to when you preside a peace council between the Legion and the Stormcloaks. Make sure the Imperials get Riften in the deal so Maven is made Jarl. That way, you'll be able to exile her when you capture Riften. And finally, destroying the Dark Brotherhood. Maven is pretty close to the organization, so we've got to cut our ties with them completely. And naturally, you'll want to do this by seeking out Aventus when he's performing the Black Sacrament. The boy will then plead with you and ask you to eliminate Grelad, the orphanage owner in Riften. A mean old hag, that one is. Although many have no issue in doing the deed, if you prefer not to kill Grelad, try casting a frenzy spell on Constance and watch things get messy. An otherwise simple but fun solution. The children no longer have to suffer the terror of the old crone. Soon you'll receive a letter from the Dark Brotherhood and subsequently brought to the abandoned shack. And after that, show no mercy to Astrid, and the quest to destroy the Dark Brotherhood begins. Who's Maven gonna call now for backup? One might ask, can't we just become the leader of the Dark Brotherhood and gather enough power to fight against Maven? Unfortunately, you will still have to bow down to the Night Mother, who makes all the commands. If Maven were to perform the Black Sacrament, you would still have to work for her, whether you like it or not. Therefore, this idea wouldn't be feasible for what we're trying to do. It's better to eliminate the Dark Brotherhood altogether rather than become the leader. This video is more focused toward players who prefer more of a role-playing experience. Now we've got Maven's supply being sold for a discount to other parties. Her resources are more scarce now, the Dark Brotherhood is gone, her strength now dwindled. The Thieves Guild is now either too weak or too strong to deal with Maven, depending on if you continue with them or not. Maven's competition, the Honningbrew Meadery, certainly has the advantage now in the business. The Black-Briars will have a more difficult time keeping up, as they have to resupply their resources. With their beehives burned to crisp and their bottles being sold discreetly from an inside source and a plethora of their inventory completely gone by none other than yourself. Things certainly are not looking good for Maven and the family. It's safe to say that we've successfully screwed over the Black-Briars. Perhaps consider following this during your next playthrough if you'd so wish. Also, there are a lot of Black-Briar bottles that you can steal. An easy way to get rid of them is simply dumping them all in the lake, which would certainly give Maven an outrage if she hears about it. Or you can just start giving them away to all your friends. Free mead for everyone. Then you can find ways to promote Maven's competitors. And just like that, we've truly taken down Maven. At least, as much as we could. None of this requires any mods, so you can follow this whenever you'd like. Don't expect any new dialogue from her though. She's simply still coping and trying to grasp the fact that everything is crumbling around her. And it's never been so beautiful. As I've said previously in the video, this is catered more toward a role-playing experience. Try to picture motives for despising Maven, as if there weren't any already. Perhaps as a headcanon, Maven wronged your family in a shady deal, and maybe even exiled them from the Rift. Or even worse, Maven performed the Black Sacrament on them. You could be a thief who's seeking justice for your family and will do whatever it takes to strike against Maven. That's the beauty of Skyrim though, so let your imagination run wild and make sure to put Maven in her rightful place, down in Beggar's Row. So there you have it, everyone. Hopefully you learned something from this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Divines bless your kind heart.